AMC has been absolutely exploding. Let's talk about where I think this stock could be headed soon in a very interesting article that I want to give my thoughts on. Make sure to watch to the very end of this video so you don't miss any of my analysis on AMC. And if you guys want to pick up a free stock with Public, check out our link down in the description below. When you guys sign up for Public, not only can you follow us and keep up to date with what we're buying and what we're selling, but you also, if you use our link, can get a free stock of a great selection of companies and be part of an amazing social investing network. But other than that, guys, let's get right into this video. Alrighty guys, here we are with AMC Entertainment. As you can see here, we're sitting at about $36.35 per share, up just about 66 cents rather, and 1.85% on the day. Beautiful green day for AMC, and AMC's been having some nice couple of green days. Look at this. This is the week chart for AMC. We started the week on a low, about $29, $30, $31 a share, but since then has beautifully uptrended on the overall week chart, and we already hit a high of $38 a share. Now, whether or not this continues, we'll have to see. But again, we're up just about 20% this past week on AMC overall on the week chart, which is absolutely great stuff, guys. Again, AMC is doing very well. They had a great earnings, in my opinion. Unfortunate pullback right after the earnings, but since then, just beautifully upward trending. Now, let's get into this article here that I wanted to talk about today. Yes, this is the Motley Fool. No, I do not like them. But anyways, we talk about the articles here because we try to cover a variety of different articles here. We talk about Investor Place. We cover Bazinga. We cover Seeking Alpha. We do a Motley Fool as well. And yes, I know there's bias. I know that there's all kinds of stuff with the news organizations. Please, I know, I understand. I'm not trying to use this as this is a valid news source, but I think it's important to kind of give these opinions out, or to talk about these opinions, and of course give my own thoughts as well on them, and just kind of put them out in the open in the public forum, and show that, here's where bias is, here's where it's not, here's where they're a little bit right, here's where they're not. It's important to have these types of opinions out there in order to obviously start a dialogue about them and disagree or agree with whatever they might be saying. Let's read a little bit into this though, and this seems like a very positive skewed article here. Could AMC help you become a millionaire by 2030? Let's read a little bit more here. Here are the key points. Share issuance and later a raising stock price helped to sustain the company. The theater chain has made significant strides in its path to recovery. The prospects for its recovery to turn its prosperity remain unclear. So those are kind of the main key points here. AMC Entertainment captured the attention of retail traders earlier this year when it caught a meme stock wave and shot up from a low of just under $2 per share to a high of about $72 per share in May. That's a little bit of the history. I'm not going to read obviously the whole thing. Here's the current state of AMC. AMC faced unprecedented pain in 2020 as the COVID-19 pandemic forced theaters closure around the world. To get through the challenging time, it resorted to a massive share issuance. At the end of June 2020, shares outstanding stood at just above 104 million. Today, the company has 513 million shares available to trade. Unfortunately, AMC issued most of these shares before the spike in stock price. So that's kind of what's going on as far as some of the technicals go, and as far as some of the kind of inner workings, Wall Street kind of side of things with issuance of shares, and just overall public offerings and just different things like that. We also know that there are some synthetic shares still out there. There's a lot of there's a lot of controversy with the synthetic share stuff, and I would love to get into this video, but again, it's such a complicated matter that I would not do it justice by simply kind of glazing over it. So that will definitely be a future video that we make, of course, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. But of course, that is something that I would like to mention, at least, that there are some synthetic share issues that, of course, a lot of people have talked about, and there's it's a problem, and that's something that to be aware of as well. AMC by the numbers. Still, the pandemic continued to have lingering effects on revenue. For the first 2 quarters of the year, AMC's revenue over 6 months, which came into at $593 million, fell about 38% compared with the first 6 months of 2020. Nonetheless, with 62% lower operating costs during the period, the company cut its net loss by 2/3 during the period to $911 million. So that's a little bit about some of the liquidation stuff going on with the, just overall different kind of metrics involved with what's going on with their loss, their net loss, their revenue, and just different things associated with that. So watch for sustainability. This is where it gets into kind of the theory part of this article. Nonetheless, even as the revenue gains points to a recovery in the business, investors have to wonder what comes next. The Reddit online investing focused forum, Wall Street Bets, has fostered discussion among a passionate group of AMC bulls. Their support of the stock helped to take it to recovery levels in May. However, the fact that the stock has lost most of its gains since then, that time could point to a limited influence of these traders. Moreover, I disagree with that. No, you guys, I disagree with that. Moreover, we now live in a world where people can turn to other entertainment options such as online videos and increasing options for gaming. Such trends will likely become more pronounced by 2030s. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the thing about limited influence of these traders. I'd argue that they were the sole reason we saw AMC run to these highs and to begin with. So I definitely disagree with that their influence is fading. It's still plenty visible in almost every stock with high short interest. It's still there. It's still there. And there's nothing else that I can say other than that. I think that that's just kind of a false or wrong statement. Let's just wrap this whole article up here, though, with the whole point of the article, which took forever for them to get to it in the first place. Will AMC mint millionaires? ? Few investors believe AMC would reach $72 per share earlier this year. Hence, with enough momentum, one cannot say that $200 per share or even $2,000 per share is impossible. However, the after effects of the 2020 shutdowns make reaching such shares levels highly improbable. And even though AMC continues to recover, recovery does not equate to prosperity. Given the lack of a visible path to sustained growth, investors should not expect help from AMC in their quest for 1 million, and taking the timeline out to 2030 or any other year will likely not help this entertainment stock. Okay, well, we basically got their opinion. There it is. They don't like this stock. And that's what is so interesting about all of these articles, guys, is that you can always just find immediately what their opinions are the second you read that wrap-up line. So they say basically they don't think it's possible that AMC could go higher, especially after everything that happened with the 2020 shutdowns. They don't think it could go to $200 per share, $2,000 per share, and they think a short squeeze is pretty much out of the question right now, which again I think is false. I think you're lying to yourself if you think that a short squeeze is still not possible with this stock. There's still so much interest from the retail community in this stock, from Wall Street Bets, from everybody. There are still plenty of people buying shares every single day, whether it's red or green, and more people are still continuing to do so. Actually, too, if in the comments, let me know how many shares that you have of this stock, because again, we've done this on other videos. People have hundreds of thousands of shares. We've seen it. We've seen people do this. So again, the retail interest and sentiment on this stock is not dying by any means. If anything, it's still continuing to increase. And in my opinion, it's still continuing to grow. And even though that it may seem kind of like a long shot that AMC shoots to these higher price levels, again, as long as the fundamentals stay strong and as long as the emotions are still intact and the overall sentiment continues to grow, I wouldn't see why AMC wouldn't continue to push up into the higher price ranges. Again, there are people who are very passionate about this stock, and as long as they're willing to wait, I think that there could be some crazy moves in price. And we're going to be patient. We're going to keep watching. We're going to keep reporting, of course, to keep you guys informed and updated, and of course, give our opinions on things. And overall, we're going to keep it locked here with AMC, making sure that everybody is aware of what's going on currently with them. Let's wrap this video up with a little bit of technical analysis here on TradingView. This is what we're looking at here on the intraday trading session for AMC. Overall, after hours, nothing much happening there. But again, once it's open, beautiful climb all the way up to about the $38.66 level. Unfortunately, a little bit of a pullback here intraday down to about $35 per share. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends the day kind of down to begin with and just kind of flattens out here for the rest of the trading day. But overall, like we talked about in the beginning of the video, this is a beautiful uptrend over the last couple of intraday trading sessions. RSI is a little bit all over the place, and I don't like using RSI in this smaller time frame. Let's pull out a little bit here to 3 month. This is good for like swing trades and different things like that. RSI is still very high here. I'm not buying at these levels. I was down to buy probably around here where the RSI got low, around kind of the 40 level, even lower here down to about kind of the below the 20 level, as you can see down here. But again, it's a little bit high for my taste right now. But what will be really interesting is that we did test this resistance level, as you can see here. This was the past resistance level. We went up, tested it again, and now we're pushing back. We're pulling back off that resistance level. If it can break that resistance level, it could go a lot higher, but until it does that, it might consolidate a little bit and kind of trade sideways for the time being. We're gonna be keeping updates on AMC all the time, guys. We post 4 videos a day. So ideally, we will get at least an AMC video up several times a week. So definitely keep it locked here, definitely subscribe. But other than that, guys, that is pretty much it for AMC. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video like this. If you guys want to pick up a free stock with Public, check out our link down in the description below. When you guys use that link, not only do you support the channel, but you also can get a free stock of a great selection of companies and be part of an amazing social investing network where you can follow some of your favorite investors, including us, keep up to date with what we're buying, what we're selling, and of course, everything going on in the market. But other than that, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.